All right, there we go. So welcome everybody. So we'll start. So I'm Heather Lorenz, program director here at Red Wing Arts. We've got a couple of people here with us in person and then the rest of us online.
And I'm Sean Niebling, I'm the gallery manager, and you'll be getting a lot of emails from me.
So thanks for tuning in. We are going to talk about schedule, logistics, other exhibition opportunities, and then answer questions. So that's what this time will be for today. But before we get going, or just to get us started, if everybody could just go around and say your name and how many years you've participated in Red Wing Arts Plein Air. So we'll, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Just to like keep getting and say hi. So we've got Greg, we've got John here. So there we go. So John.
Yep, I'm John.
And how many years have you participated?
About 5.
Okay, perfect. Laura?
Since 2009. A friend said, oh, you should just come down for the quick paint. And so I did, and I painted in the rain and sold it, and I was sold on the whole deal.
Yay. Mark?
I'm Mark Windall. This is my first time at Red Wing. For many years, I always wanted to attend, but it conflicted with a conference. I retired, and so I get to come to Red Wing this year.
Yay, awesome. Naomi?
I'm Naomi Thierry Salgado. I don't remember. It's probably been 4 or 5 years, maybe 6. I don't know.
Thank you. Jake?
Hi there, I'm Jake Doxey. This is actually my very first plein air event like this.
Awesome. Laura?
Hey, it's my first year, so I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Welcome. Catherine?
Yeah, it's my first year also. Definitely excited for it.
Cool. Great. Kelly?
Hi, it is my second year. Super excited.
Awesome. Elaine? Oh, and just for folks that are tuning in right now that maybe you didn't, we are just saying our names and how long we've participated in Red Wing Arts Plein Air. And Elaine, you're up. Elaine, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Well, this is my 3rd year, just curious.
Awesome, perfect, welcome.
Yep.
Not sure who's joining us on the iPhone.
That's me, that's Blake.
Great, awesome. And how many years have you participated?
This will be my first year.
Fantastic. And Ashley?
Hello. This is my first year. I'm open class. But I used to work at Red Wing Arts, so I kind of know a little bit. I was just there last year. I have headphones in, so it's kind of weird. But
You're good. You're good. Suhelia?
Yes.
We're just introducing ourselves and saying how many times we've participated in Red Wing Arts Plein Air.
This will be my first, hopefully.
Fantastic. Awesome. So as we get people that join in, we can have them introduce themselves. And so we'll just again, for folks that came on in the last couple minutes, we're going to go over the schedule, logistics, other exhibition opportunities, and then answer questions. So our general schedule is that everything starts June 10th. And that is the day that you can start picking up your packet and the day that you can start painting in town. And that goes through the 22nd. So June 10th through 22, you can paint. You don't have to show up on the 10th if you're saying, I'm gonna come for the second weekend. That's great. We just really want you to come pick up your packet. That whatever day you come, if we are not open, we have the basket of these with your name on it. And so what does this packet contain? It has your lanyard. So we put the artist name in here. This is a way for you to put your business cards in. It's got pens. It identifies you as a Red Wing Arts Plein Air artist. All artists, participating artists get these. It also has these handouts that will, it has the date. I mean, these are from last year, but it'll have the date. And then on the back, it says, here's some of the important dates. And you met me. I'm this artist. You're going to fill this out. And then the people that come and see you in town, they're going to see you painting. Be curious. And you can say, this is me. Come see what I'm working on. Come see my finished things. So that's a lot of people really enjoy coming back and seeing the painting, you know, after you've been working on it for 3 days. I will say that Red Wing is very aware of plein air. They're educated about plein air. This is our 17th year that we've held this event. And so it's the community members are very excited when this comes back, and when they see the painters in town, they go, oh, that's right, it's the painters, woohoo. And so we just want you to be able to have something to give them so that they can come see what you've made later. Also in your packet, the all-important schedule. So like I see you all furiously writing, you are going to get the schedule of events. It'll have a welcome letter so that it tells, how do you get a hold of us? Is there a phone number? Is there details about Red Wing Arts? What hashtags you use as you're posting about your paintings throughout the week? The all-important, where to paint. If this is your first time and you haven't been to Red Wing, where are some of the great locations that people find to go? We give you some ideas here. What are the awards? If you didn't know that we had a nocturne painting, you wouldn't know. So that's why we have all the awards on there. And what else is in there?
This one.
Yep. So where to paint? Oh, right. And so in lieu of board stamping, if you come and it's not an open hour, but the building is open and you come pick up your packet, we ask you to take a picture in situ of your whatever you're doing. And if there's ever a question, we just say, hey, can you show us that photo? So you don't have to worry about getting all your board stamped when you come to town.
Heather,
Yeah.
can you get board stamped and then not worry about pictures? Because sometimes I forget.
Okay. If you match up with the time that we're open, sure.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
That's a great question. Yes, we'll come up with a.
Yep.
Awesome.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
That schedule and the awards and all that, can we get that emailed?
Yes.
Because sometimes I might be painting on the outskirts and not get into the
Yep.
deep.
I'll email you most of the information. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we do get the question of where to paint. We say anywhere within a 25-mile radius of Red Wing. And that can be across the river in Wisconsin. That can be, so Hager City, it can be over to Hay Creek, it can be as far as Welch. Like it can be within that radius, as long as your paintings don't include like the Hastings Bridge, something that is like recognizable somewhere else. It can be within that. So if you're over at Hager City or you're in Bay City and you're looking out at the lake, you're looking at Lake Pepin, great. You just wouldn't want to paint a structure that's in Bay City. We want it to be Red Wing area, if that makes sense. So again, those spaces of where is open will be in the packet of, yay, that's a great spot to go. Any questions about that? Okay. Sean's going to be emailing out a contract to everybody soon. I'm going to do it later.
Got it.
What if we see like it's on the outskirts? Is that something that we can do, or is that a structure and don't go there?
Nope, that's totally welcome.
Okay.
Yep. Did everybody hear the question? Yep, so Greg asked if there's a barn or a farm out on the outskirts. That's totally fine to paint.
So like not the grain elevators in Bay City.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Something that looks like another city, a bridge that is something that's in Lake City. Yes, you're on Lake Pepin, but you wouldn't want to paint Lake City. You want to paint the lake and the bluff.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. So with, one thing that you'll notice in the contract this year is that selling off your easel is welcome. You get people that you're painting out at their farm and they're like, I love this. I'd love to buy this. Great, go ahead and sell it if you want to process that payment. It's just, you need to do the commission. It's a 60-40 split. Red Wing Arts gets 40. So however, if you process that payment, just, you can either check, Venmo, PayPal, just make sure that we get that commission. And you can also, if you say, I'd rather Red Wing Arts handles that sale, you can get them in touch with us. We just need to get the painting information and we're happy to process that sale for you. So, and then.
Does that type of painting need to be part of the competition, or it's gonna be separate from that?
It's during the time that the show is up.
Okay.
Yes, like they have found you.
But if, no, I think it can't be a sold painting.
Oh, no,
You're saying if you wanted to enter that as a competition piece of your 3 competition
Right.
pieces, it would need to be an unsold painting.
unsold painting.
Yeah. Because I think that's what you were asking, correct?
Well, kind of in a
Sort of.
small way, yeah.
Okay.
I'll just direct them to come
Yes,
enter it and you can buy it here then.
correct.
Yes, yes.
If you, yes, if you sell it ahead of time, right. Yes, totally. And yeah, but like during the time that the show is up, that and you sell off the easel, it's because they saw you as a result of being as part of this Red Wing Arts Plein Air. So yeah. We do process the payments. So this show is up for 3 months. So if your paintings sell in June as part of the exhibit, we process the payment by the 25th of the following month. So we will process payments if you sell June, July, or August. The following month, you will get payment for sales in the previous month versus waiting to the end of the show. So, any questions before I go on? Okay. You did this last year. In your packet, we had these laminated signs that you would put out on your easel that said, this is what I am, because there's people that are like, who's this person painting out on this gravel road? This is who we are. And we want to identify, they know Red Wing Arts. And so we wanted to make sure that we could identify you. We had a clip, and then it's an invitation, like, come find out more. This is, come engage. We had clips to put them up on your easel or put them somewhere while you're out painting. How did that work last year for folks that did this? Naomi, I think maybe, and Laura.
I'm glad it's laminated. Yeah, it's handy to have something very obvious, and it also helps you set out a little boundary behind you where maybe they won't come and creep up to your shoulder and surprise you. Yeah.
Naomi, you can't unmute.
Laura, how did you attach that?
Right.
I don't recall. I probably just put it on the ground with something on top of a corner.
Okay. Michelle, did you want to weigh in?
Let's see. Oh, I'm not on mute. Can
No.
you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was.
I thought you wanted to say something.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what the question was.
That's okay. Nope. We'll move then. So Naomi, how did you attach it? And did it work?
I just used tape and it didn't work. So I gave up.
Got it.
But yeah, I could come up with something better. And that's why I'm asking Laura, what did you use? But rocks on the ground, I mean, that works. Good idea.
Wouldn't it help if it had some kind of string
Or like
that you
hole?
tie on something?
Oh, a string maybe. It's still gonna blow unless I can do the bottoms too or something. If you hole punch it.
Yeah.
Hole punch it top and bottom.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm really only doing
here, a
open
hole
class.
here.
I probably
Have to
don't need to
find some
listen, but
string.
she's just kind of giving an update about it.
Michelle, we can hear you. Can you
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to mute myself.
Okay, good. So we will, yes, we will put some holes and we will put some strings so that you can have these up, because I think it did help our community connect with all of you and then bring them later into the show to see after the fact. Thank you for that feedback. If it was 11 by 17, is that too big? Do we keep it at 8.5 by 11?
Keep it 8.5 by 11.
Awesome. Yep, consensus. Awesome.
And even, yeah, and Laura's like even smaller, and I think you could use a half sheet and be just as.
Okay. Good. Awesome. Yay. Is there anything from folks that have participated before, publicity wise, print wise, that you could have with you that you'd be willing to carry out that we could have in the packet for you to help connect with folks when they come are interested in in what you're doing?
What about other events that you?
What's
If
that?
you could,
Some information, it might be
The
interesting
additional-
for them if they come up to you and say, well,
Sure.
there's other artists and there's a trolley store later too, and that's a ticket.
Yep. So the other events, having like a print off of, so the postcard of the show, a print off of how else they could see you. That was Greg's. Any other?
Well, that little card you said was from last year. What do you mean by that? I mean, it's this year's dates, right?
Oh, but I'm showing you what it looked like last year. We will have the same thing
Right.
this year with current information. Yes.
I always give out a ton of those.
Okay.
So I like that. And I like that there's the place to put my name and all, because it becomes like a question. If they're out walking the dog and they have a small pocket, they don't want a postcard of mine and something else. So that's perfect.
Okay.
I have a question. Have you already printed those easel signs?
No.
Have you ever made one of those QR code reader things?
Mm-hmm.
You could put that to a QR code thing, because they'll take a picture of that sign and then they don't have to carry anything.
Oh,
right.
Perfect. Love it.
And then that QR code thing goes straight to the website with full schedule and everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Seeing lots of agreement. This is great. This is why we're doing these. Thank you.
You can have it on your sign.
Yes. So we'll have it on the sign. We can, yep. And yes, wonderful.
And on here?
I would be on here too.
Yep. Good. So moving on to June 11th through June 21st, those are the Red Wing Arts hosted paintouts and different events that we're planning this year. Thank you to all of you who have said, yes, you want to do something. We've got the list. If you haven't, Sean sent out an email so you can still have time to say, I want to participate. These are intentional opportunities for you to connect with community members that are aware and ones that are wanting to learn more, and new buyers. Like that was the whole point of having these different events. So they're going to be at wineries, parks, homes of supporters. So yay, spreading the love. If you have expressed an interest in participating, we are going to send details out about more details about that. So we don't need to do that today. And if you said, you know what, I just want to go find my own spots and figure out, and I want to paint, great. That is absolutely welcome too. We're just trying to have opportunities for both. All right, so Thursday, June 22nd is the big drop-off day where you have to figure out your one piece that you're turning in if you're open class, your 3 pieces if you are featured class, and all of those paintings are due by noon on June 22nd, Thursday. We will have, drop-off will start from 9 a.m. We will have a tent out behind the depot. So starting at 9, you can be framing, getting all of your work together, starting then, and then we will start taking in, at 9 o'clock, you can start dropping off. Everything has to be in by noon that day though. You're also welcome to drop off earlier. You can bring your work the week before. If you're done and you're like, I've got my best things, I'm turning them in, great, we love that. So
We actually encourage you to drop off early if at all possible, because it gets really busy that half hour before noon. And we need to make sure that the paintings are safe. It gets too crazy. So, you know, please. But even if you can look between 9 and 10 that day would be perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have any framing requirements? Set-offs and wire?
Yes,
Things of
so,
that
yep,
nature?
yep, that's a perfect segue. Greg just asked about framing requirements. And Sean did send out what the frame maximum is. If you need those numbers again, let us know. And then, yes, do you want to talk about the?
Right, so in order for us to best hang in the gallery, we do need paintings wired rather than having the what did you call it? Like
Zigzag.
A zigzag thing on the back.
Or
That
the
does
little hooky?
not work.
No, the sawtooth.
The
Yep.
sawtooth.
Yes.
No sawtooth.
Nope.
It's, we need to hang very quickly, and because we hang, after all the paintings are turned in, and we hang more than 100 paintings, Thursday afternoon into the evening. So if everything is wired, it's much, much, much easier. So that's, and everything does need to be framed. We are also, as you, okay, let me talk a little bit about when you come in, when you come to the back of the depot to frame your pieces or wherever you're going to check in with us, we're going to require you to fill out paperwork. We will have a sheet that will, you're not going to be able to see this very well, but we'll be asking you for your name, title, the location, medium, price, and size of your piece. And all of this information is really important for us to have so that we can make labels for every painting, so that we have all the information we need.
Sell your piece.
So we can sell your piece. So it's really important that this is filled out. We also have these little tag things, and it's really important to put it on the back, on the wire, to hook it on the wire with just the title of your piece and your name. This helps us identify your painting. We never make mistakes then. We always know when we sell it that we're selling the correct painting. And so this is really important. And then just for convenience for us, we also have you fill out like a sticky note with the title and your name. You don't need to fill out all of it, and I'll make that clear. I'll make new ones or something. And that allows us, as we're hanging in the gallery, we can put those sticky notes right next to your painting so that we label them correctly the next morning. So it's really important. And I know that sometimes people feel like it's a lot of paperwork, but we really need it all to keep everything organized, and so that we don't make any mistakes and that we sell your paintings at the right price.
Quick question.
Yeah.
For the location, what are you looking for? How detailed?
I think it's up to you. We have a lot of people that will say, they'll even say like the name of the highway or the like, let's say they're on a gravel road. They might say, Hay Creek,
Okay.
Tony,
whatever.
Just kind of the
Get your
nearest
secret spot.
landscape or landmark or description. I get it. Thank you.
However you want to do it, and it can be like, let's say you go to Frontenac for the paint out there. You have the title of your piece, Frontenac State Park. We have a lot of those.
Okay.
Yep.
I just have a little question about turn-in. When we have wet paintings and stuff, and if we're going to have a lot of people all at once, I always liked knowing that the painting was going up against the wall right where it's going to be, and it wasn't going to be transported back and forth from one place
So
to
it's
the
going to
other.
go into the gallery because, Laura, we're going to have the door open from the back of the depot right into the
great.
gallery, and we're going
Okay.
to have tables set up so your painting will either be up against the wall or on a table.
Perfect.
And we're going to check in one person at a time.
Yep. One person at a time. I will be here the whole time. I will make sure that
Thank you.
a lot of the paintings are wet.
Yeah.
So you're really careful.
Great.
And then Ashley had a question about, let me pull up the chat again here. Is cradle board with wire okay, or needs to be framed?
I don't have an answer to that because when I talked to Emily, they needed to be framed.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's always been framed in the
It's
past.
always framed. Yep.
Yep, I think it needs to be framed.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a question. Maybe I missed it, but so do these paintings have to be framed here?
No, just that a lot of people choose to frame them up and they're deciding you can frame them ahead of time. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Size was.
I don't have that.
We'll
right
get
in
it
front
to you
of
in
me.
an email. Yep.
I confirm that. in-
Okay. Where do you buy frames at that don't cost a fortune?
That's a great question to
Question about his
you
work.
established artists. Where do you find frames that don't cost a fortune?
Just make them.
Make them.
Make them. Okay.
Do you have woodworking skills?
I have frame shops where I'll check out their ready-made bins and get neutral standard sizes because I don't want to add the cost of a expensive frame to it. And I don't like putting the plein air frames on there because it looks like I'm putting a suit on there. And I kind of like to customize it a little bit. But people are not going to want to pay for a full framing if it doesn't match their decor. So you don't want to invest a lot in that.
So going to frame shops and finding ones that are on clearance or ready-made and
Ready-made, yeah.
ready-made.
Yeah.
Yes, in standard sizes. Yes.
I actually go to Michael's.
Yeah.
You can do retail too. The Michael's has a very small section and Hobby Lobby has a little bit larger section, and they're called open stock if you're an oil painter. I think that watercolor, pastel need glass and all that stuff, and then that enters a whole nother level of complexity. But just open stock for acrylic or oil, you can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and pick up an open stock. And I used to do that when I did just a few paintings a year. But you reach a certain level after so many a year, it gets too expensive. So yeah, now you can just make them.
And word to the wise, if you like 9x12s, you might have a hard time finding a ready-made for that because they get them from China and the rest of the world doesn't use inches, and a 9x12 doesn't translate to metrics. So you may or may not find one.
Yeah, buy your frame first and then buy your canvas to fit it.
There you go. Buy your frame first and then get your canvas to fit it.
What was that?
Buy your frame first and then make your canvas fit it. So awesome. Cool. Anybody else want to weigh in on that? These are great. This is why we're having this, the sharing of knowledge. Thank you.
If you're looking online, some of the places I buy frames for, if I'm looking for really cheap and I want like a basic frame, there's a website called Art2Frames, and they do like, they'll frame like a digital image for you, but you can also just buy the frames off of there. Another one is La Tourette's Gallery, is out of California, and I've gotten some like inexpensive but nice frames from there. And then if you want to go up a step and buy really nice frames that aren't like $300 nice, webpictureframes.com has really nice plein air frames.
Would you be willing to put those in the chat and then we will send them out to everybody after? So
sure,
that'd be amazing. Thank you. So that we have the spelling right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so knowing that everybody has to turn in that information with their painting, we need that label information. Do you prefer filling out the paper? Would you like an online option instead, like a Google Sheet? So show of hands if you'd like the online option. Okay. Okay, 3. Okay. Awesome. Would you all be okay with the paper option?
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
paper it is. Oh, and Naomi, yeah, I think you brought this up. No, okay, yeah, you're saying paper is fine. Perfect, okay. All right, paper it is.
Paper it is.
Sweet. So we will make one request though. Please write legibly. We know that it's going to be fast and furious that day, but please, we want to spell things right.
Yeah, we need to be able to read it so that we can get it into our system correctly.
Awesome. And this is new from folks that have participated before. So Thursday, you turn in by noon. Our judge, Kathy Wheeler, is actually going to do the demo on Thursday afternoon from 1 to 3. So mark your calendars, get ready to participate in that if you choose to. And then that is followed by, thanks so much, Kelly, for the framing info. That is going to be followed by the artist party at 5 o'clock that night. Peg Hansen, who is an amazing hostess, like she's so excited about the menu that she's planning, and she has beautiful gardens, and she lives in a house here in Red Wing. She's been hosting for several years. She loves to host all of the artists, and so it's a way for you all to connect after all of the fast painting and all of that, to just get together and celebrate and just have fun together and connect. So we will get you address for that, and that'll be in your packet. Okay, so then Friday morning, that's when we had done work, the demo before with the judge. We're exploring the idea of doing workshops so between having 2 options of workshops that morning, Friday the 23rd, from 9 to 11 and noon to 2. Show of hands, who would participate in workshops if they were 25 bucks a piece, 15, 25 bucks to participate in the workshop? Okay. Awesome. If we had, what would be the most valuable if we had somebody demonstrating pastel or demonstrating Yupo, or do you want oil? Is there a technique that you would be especially interested in? Because then we'll find teachers.
I would have to say oils, and if I had to be more specific, painting at difficult times, such as like a sundown, how to do a sundown painting, a sunset painting.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'd recommend the other direction. Just in talking to artists at a couple other events I've been to, the ones that seem to be best liked are the ones that are more medium agnostic. Either discussing the lights at sundown, or composition, or figures in the landscape, or those types of things that aren't that a watercolor and an oil artist and a pastel artist could all go to and feel like they're going to learn something to help them in their medium. Especially with only 2 slots, that would probably get better attendance.
Okay. Awesome.
Or like composition.
Composition.
Shape painting and painting, or whatever.
Okay. Get another vote for composition. Yep. Any others? If you think of something as we're going, pop it in the chat. All right, thank you. So, and then that Friday, Kathy is going to be judging in the gallery from between 1 and 4, and just, quick paint tips. Thank you, Laura, would be another one. Awesome, because like, I think you knew what was coming up next. We're going to be talking about quick paint. This is great. So on Friday, Kathy will be judging after the workshop time. And after you drop off on Thursday, nobody is allowed in the gallery. Like that's the time when we're hanging, and then the judging happens and stuff. So your first opportunity to see after you've dropped off is the members' first glimpse from 6 to 7 p.m. on that Friday, the 23rd. So we're having that first hour where we're inviting in members, and here comes a train. I might have to momentarily mute. And then the awards reception is from 7 to 9. So that first time is all the people that are like, I can't wait to come and see and have the first chance to buy these amazing paintings. I know that one's going to be whatever, best of show or best watercolor or whatever. I want that painting. And so that's their chance to come in. I'm going to mute. Greg's saying he wants to paint a train now. All right, and so then Kathy will start the award ceremony from 7 to 9. Each artist gets a ticket to come from 6 to 9. Any of your plus ones and more all have to get a ticket. All of those are on our website. They're all ready to go. And we really are, I think many of you are members. If you're not, we invite you to join us. You're all artists, you're gonna get in at 6. Your +1s need to be members in order to get in. Yeah, it really is gonna be a member benefit. We really, the folks are, for that first glimpse, like
For that.
just for the
6 to
first
7.
glimpse. Yes, from the 6 to 7. And then from 7 to 9, then it's a big party and we find out who wins. Questions about Friday?
The event is going to be here.
Yes, great question. So the tent that's set up for when you drop off your paintings, that is the same tent that's going to be the party. So yes, because we need room for 100 people. So yeah.
Will there be music?
Hmm?
Will there be music?
We're working on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the tent at Red Wing Arts or is it at the Depot Gallery?
Yes, that's the same thing.
Gotcha, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, no, great question. Yep. So we're sitting in the Depot Gallery, right? And it is actually going to be where the train is going right there. That's where the tent will be set up. So.
Can I just go back for a second? In the past, you've also wanted us at the turn-in to give digital files. And I was just looking back at 2021 and my my titles and pictures got kind of garbled. So how can I make sure that it works out, that it's the right size file and you get the name the way you want it?
Yep, great question. Whatever name you're going to give it on your sheet, that's what you title that image. And if you're taking it from your phone and you don't have the ability to rename it, make sure you put the name of those images in the body of the email to us so that we can say that's that one. Yes. So we're relying on you to give us the info. Great question. Yes, we will need, so yeah, before you turn in everything, we do need whatever image, whatever quality image you want to send us, that's what's going to go on the website for us to put it up to be able to sell online as well. And using press releases later because you want an award. Yay.
You charge sales tax when you're selling?
Yep, yep, we do charge sales tax. The Red Wing Arts collects that sales tax. That's on top of the commission. So yeah. Any other questions? Okay. And then quick paint. So Laura talked about quick paint. So yes, on Saturday the 24th, we meet here at the depot. You can start getting your board stamped at between 8 and 9. Wherever you can hear the air horn. So we're gonna, do the air horn right at 9 o'clock. That is the start. We will do that from the back of the depot. If you're in earshot of that, that's when you start. And you can paint wherever. A lot of people go out to Levy Park. Some people go up into the parking. What is that? It's not the parking lot. It's you can actually go up in the ramp and then you get a view of the river. People have done that. Just, you need to be able to hear the air horn when it goes off at 11, you are done. So from 2 hours, farmers market will be set out here. It's super fun to paint the activity that's happening with that. We will have youth painting, kids paint during that time. We'll have arts activities. People love to see this art in action happening in 2 hours. From 11 to noon, again in the tent, we will provide lunch for all of you and community who comes. We really want it to be like a buy off the easel, come vote for your people's choice favorite. So between 11 and 12, we'll have lunch while everybody's framing up their work. Your work has to be turned in by noon, framed. And then we'll have all the easels set up under that tent on the tables. And then between noon and 12:30, anybody who's around, all the artists will be voting for people's choice. And at 12:30, we will award people's choice for that. New this year, you can buy those paintings. The buyers can take them with them. And we want it to be like a, yay, you could actually like take this with you. And you saw it painted and people are excited about that. Any remaining quick paints will be held in reserve versus being hung up as part of the show. So that's a little bit different this year. Any questions about quick paint? They also need to be framed, just like, yep. Awesome. And then Sean's going to talk about the Red Wing Credit Union exhibition opportunity too.
So we invite all plein air artists to participate in a satellite exhibit that we have with Red Wing Credit Union. And you can choose to participate or not. You can, so when we take the exhibit down here in the gallery in August, we would, anybody that's participating, those paintings would carefully be moved to Red Wing Credit Union. That exhibit though is on exhibit at Red Wing Credit Union for a full year. That's the agreement we have with them. We do sell some of the paintings throughout the year, not a lot, but a lot of people see them. We have about 41 paintings there right now from people that have participated last year. And we switch out that exhibit once a year in the end of August. So if you participate, your paintings, if you were planning on, so there'd be up a whole year. Like Kelly, I'm trying to think if you have, I think maybe you have something at Red Wing Credit Union right now.
I think I have 3 there.
Yes, so you won't be able to pick them up when you pick up your paintings here. It would be a little bit later, but we'll figure that out. We'll make arrangements because it'll be a couple weeks later. So it's definitely separate from plein air, but it's an opportunity for those paintings to be seen by a lot of other people. So I will be reaching out to everybody to later to see if you're at all interested. And it could be one painting or a couple, 3 paintings. So.
Yeah. Well, I think we got through everything on our list. So any questions, things that we didn't cover, things you want to share?
So Heather, I came in a little late. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make it until the second weekend. So I get in there on the 17th, which is a Saturday. So when can I pick up the packet? Would that be Monday then, or?
No, it'll be any time that the building is open, and it's pretty much 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. It might be even longer. So between 8 and 9, 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. the building is open, and there is a basket with your packet with your name on it. So you're just welcome to come and get it anytime after the 10.
Excellent. Then the second question is it possible for you, having never been to Red Wing, could you email the list of those potential places to me? Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yep, Sean's going to send out. So what's contained in this packet, Sean will send it as an electronic to everybody too.
Okay. Great. Great. Thank you.
Great questions. Anybody else? Who's excited to come and paint?
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
Awesome. We're excited too. We can't wait to see what you all come up with. So, okay, I think we're good. Yeah, it is going to be fun.
Yep.
All right. We'll be seeing you all soon.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for all your hard work making this happen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
soon.
Thank you.
Yay.
And I'm just, I'm not